Hello, everybody, and welcome to Forever Sports for a very interesting update on Stephen Kitshoff, who says that at this stage he is not retired from rugby and is plotting a return to the game in the new year. And this is why I said, when I did the original video about the news, and everybody sat there saying, how can you sit there saying he's going to play again? He'll never play again. The main thing Stephen Kitshoff said when he had a surgery is he will communicate his progress. He will communicate his decision. He will communicate the situation. And, the big thing was we need to respect that from him. He's a two-time World Cup winner. You've got to respect that he needs to be in control of what's going on in the situation. He needs to have the power to be able to say, yes, I'm playing. Yes, I'm not playing. And he's not retired until he says he's retired. And he said right now that he is looking to come back in the new year, and quite frightening when you get the full update saying that a couple of millimeters different from when he was playing, and he could have been dead, which is quite a scary thing. So it's quite interesting that he's still looking to try and come out and play, given how serious the injury was. But before we get into the interview, please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. So the injury happened in a Currie Cup match against the Greek was in September, and he said the following. He said it was just another scrum. He said then three cracking sounds, pop, pop, pop. He said I played on thinking it was a muscle strain. Today I know I was 2 millimeters from a catastrophe, from my death. He said apparently when he said to the surgery, the specialist said, "Listen, you're lucky we didn't bury you in a week." He said because the vertebra that shifted is so close to the brain canal. He said that so basically the surgery he had fused two cervical vertebrae with a bone from his hip. He said without the operation, I'd never play rugby again. And he said that he's hoping to try and get back. He said, I'll see the specialist in January to assess my recovery. If my neck holds up, I'm going for it. He said, but if I have to retire, I'll be satisfied. But I'm not done yet. I've always been a warrior for my team. Rugby is a dangerous sport, but I'll give it my all because I'm fighting for my team. So this is the thing, and maybe lots of people sit there saying, well, maybe he's stupid to go back in and play and stuff like that, but he'll know the risks, and there will be a certain amount of a risk reward, So the conversation will be with specialists, right? If I go back and play, where are the risks? Can this injury be a repeat, for example? Has the fusion that he's had, does that negate a potential reoccurrence of the injury? And how potentially safe is it for him to go back? Now, being a prop, it's a big call, and it's not like he's a hooker that, like a Dion Free, for example, if he's a hooker and he can move to like flank or whatever, he's a prop at the end of the day. So if you can't scrum, you can't play. So a lot remains to be seen whether he will make that official comeback. But the main thing is he still wants to come back and play. He still thinks he can get back onto the field. And until he says otherwise, we've got to support him. We've got to give him the benefit of the doubt. We've got to back him to get back. And I mean, how amazing of a story would it be? You think of the conversations with Andre Pollard, for example, and that injury that almost ended his career. Schalk Burger, for example, and how he wasn't going to play rugby again, came back and played all those years. So we've seen success stories in the past. So let's really hope this will be another success story because on his day, one of the best loose heads in World Rugby, and somebody that the Stormers in particular are really, really missing at the moment from a leadership point of view, from an ability point of view. And if he can get back into that rugby field, it will be massive for SA Rugby, for the Stormers, for the Springboks, and for rugby in general, to be able to have these kind of injuries and come back from them. And, because this is the main thing, a parent will read that and go, oh my goodness, my kid's never going to play rugby. But then you kind of see, well, it's a bit of a freak accident, and yet he can still come back and play and have a career and the likes of that. Let's hope this is not somebody whose career is going to, be prematurely ended. Now, at least he is 32 years old. He's won 2 World Cups. He's won everything there is to win, really, from an international point of view. Somebody I always felt so sorry for was Julian Relinghase, who I think probably would have been a World Cup winner had he not had that injury that forced him to retire. I mean, he's 35 now, and I think he probably could have been part of that 2019 squad, where he would have been 30 years old. So he was somebody that was forced into early retirement. And again, the main thing from he was saying is that he's just lucky to be around. He's lucky to still be able to sort of walk around coach. And I think he'll be the next scrum coach for the Boks. He's absolutely superb. But it'll be really sad if Stephen Kitshoff is that kind of situation. But right now, the situation as it stands is that he is targeting a return. We'll know more in January. Hopefully we'll get an update from him in January. He did basically promise on his social media that he will keep us updated, that he will basically tell everybody what is going on, what the situation is, and basically to monitor his social media for updates. So let's hope that he provides the updates in January, and let's just fingers crossed we see another really cool rugby story in a year's time. We've got him back on the field and playing some of his best rugby. But let me know what you think. Would you carry on? Would you try and get back with you in the situation? Let me know down in the comments below. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steve. I'll chat to you soon.